Today, we're going to be determining which Call of Duties are alive and which Call of Duties are dead in the year 2026. We're going to try to boot into several different modes and determine whether it's worth buying these games again or if it's time to just let them die. Let's dive in. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are starting this video off for all the old heads out there. This is Call of Duty 2, and a lot of you always ask me, T, why don't you put Call of Duty 2 gameplays in your video? This isn't every COD. I'm gonna show you real quick because guess what? This game is like 500 years old and I don't really think anybody's playing it. I believe Call of Duty 2 came out, what, 2005? And the online is still working. Actually, it might be 2003. I don't know. I need to check my facts here. It is still online and still works to this day. If you want to get people on, like the servers are still working. Like you can still do it anytime you want. But as you can see here, you know, there's nobody jumping in on the online servers. We are doing this on a Saturday, which I actually saved this video for a Saturday because I wanted to make sure like we had the best chance of people hopping on, people off work and all that stuff. So we'll sit here for a couple minutes, but I think you can kind of see what's going on here. I think last year when we recorded this same video, somebody did end up joining eventually, but it took like 5 to 10 minutes. So I'll wait a few minutes and we'll fast forward if we find somebody, but it does not look very good for the home team here.
5 minutes later.
All right, guys, we sat here for a couple minutes. Listen, Call of Duty 2, unfortunately, we're going to start it off with it's dead. It doesn't look like there's too many people jumping to play this. I'm sorry. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you're a little bit younger in age, you probably never even seen this main menu before. This is Call of Duty 3. And just like Call of Duty 2, there are servers available and it is ready. It's online and there's no game sessions available. That hurts, man. Okay, so if you want, you can create a game. What is wrong with that guy's chin? So if I want, I can create this game and see if somebody else joins the game session. Because if somebody is clicking right now, find match, they will be able to join this. By the way, if you didn't know your history, Call of Duty 3 was the first Call of Duty to have sprint. Looks like it doesn't have a long sprint, but it's a sprint nonetheless. And this is Treyarch's first try at a Call of Duty. Not a lot of people like this one. Me and my buddies actually played this a good bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't hate it. Maybe I'll do a video on these beginner Call of Duties, COD 1, 2, and 3 at some point. But I gotta be honest with you guys, a lot like COD 2, it does not look like we are gonna be finding a match anytime soon. COD 3 is dead. And I think a lot of people are probably excited about that. 50,000 people used to live here. And now we're going to determine, is it a ghost town? This is Call of Duty 4. I'm actually hopeful for this one that this is our first alive one. But remember, we need to find more than a team deathmatch. So we have 3,000 people online, it says. If you know anything about Call of Duty and their main menu system, a lot of the time it says that and then there's actually nobody. Okay, so we're good. Okay. So there was a couple hundred people playing team deathmatch. I figured we were going to be able to find a match right away in team deathmatch, especially on a Saturday. I'm going to go in here and get a quick kill just because I want to show these people what it's all about, how you play OG Call of Duty. Watch this, guys. Guy's going to line up right here perfectly. Watch this. Bada bing, bada boom. They don't got what it takes. So it is it's a 4-on-4, which it's playable. I mean, you're going to play that as the day goes on Saturday. More and more people are going to join this. There's going to be plenty of full lobbies on. Hey, what's up, buddy? There's plenty of full lobbies on Team Deathmatch. I'm sorry I'm leaving that game because I actually wanted to play that. I'm not going to lie to you. But for us to like consider this game alive, I think we need to find another mode and have players in it. My argument is if there's only Team Deathmatch, technically that game is kind of dead. Because you can't do anything else that you could do back in the day. You know, like you could play domination, capture the flag, free for all. And if you can only play team deathmatch, it's kind of tough. Okay, it does not look good for free for all. This is what I'm saying. When I say that these games freeze so much when you try to back out too quick, it like glitches the entire system. Like I said, it says there's 124 people online for a free-for-all, and I don't see that. So I guess maybe Domination might be another game mode that people play. Yeah, this doesn't look good either, fellas. Because you can see how quickly the lobbies in these earlier CODs, they find lobbies so quick. Okay, let's try search and destroy. Oh no, this thing, I got this thing twisted. So obviously the numbers that are online are fake. They're probably wrong. They got stuck in time at a certain amount of time because there's nobody playing this at all. I feel like we can kind of see here, guys. Again, our ranking here is kind of tough. It's playable. COD 4 is playable, and this is actually a game that is still populated because you can play team deathmatch. But to me, it's also dead at the same time. Like dead, but playable. Is that a ranking that we can do here? Because that's what it is. I need to revive this game in very soon. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. We're gonna do a revival day soon for this game, trust me. Well, guys, I'm nervous to do this one. It's one of my favorite games of all time, Call of Duty World at War. 410 people online. Now, I feel like that's more accurate to what is going on in Call of Duty 4, but something glitched over there, so we should be able to go through. There's 56 people in TDM. This looks more like it. 0 in every single playlist except for TDM. Honestly, the people that are the other 400 people are at what, 350, they're probably on zombies. That's what I would say to you. I would expect us to find a TDM. See, and somebody's got dogs. Okay, you guys enjoy that. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. You tell me people aren't coming back to these old Call of Duties, you're lying. Look at all these low levels: 16, 16, 24, 16, 38. I'm the highest in this game. I might have to get a kill real quick. Hold on a second. I gotta get a kill. Look at this guy. We got a snake. Okay, that almost was really bad. Okay, I'm gonna leave, guys. Have a great day. I think we're gonna be pretty quick with this. We'll try a free-for-all. I don't think there's gonna be anything going on here. Yeah, waiting for 3 more players. See there, see how you can see knee deep is right there at the bottom left? That is a DLC map, and even if I didn't have it, it would boot me into this game. So everybody would have to like vote to skip. Okay, no free-for-all. And I guess I'll try TDM, or I'm sorry, search and destroy. Okay, we're gonna just lag again. Okay, guys, I think you see what's happening here. It's very similar to COD 4. It is playable but dead. Okay, it's that simple. You can go play a TDM whenever you want. Anything else is not gonna be an option. Well, OG MW2, and I got some hope for this one because I just did a video recently with Fortunate. Make sure you go watch that. I tried to drop a nuke. He actually coached me in the video. We were able to find team deathmatch very quickly. Now, as you can see, all the playlists say 0, but I think this could be our first Call of Duty that we have the alive feature. I think there's going to be more than 1 TDM available. This game seems to me to be one of the most active in the... Okay, so we got to get out of here real quick, but let me explain. This dude has been doing these hacked lobbies, I feel like, for 25 years. It's not, I'm not even kidding with you. Like, oh no, did he get me? Oh no. Okay, so let me say this. I know that looks a little scary. Nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's ever happened to me or my console. I know it looks a little weird. We got to restart the game now, but I have played this game multiple times. You will get into this guy's lobby maybe 1 or 2 times, and then you'll find a bunch of other people trying to not join into his lobby, and then you'll finally find a match. That's kind of how it goes for me. So let's see if we can get into another one that's not high rise. Yeah, okay, so here we go. Boom. So all those people got tossed in there. They're like, holy crap, get me out of here. And so this will load up just fine. There's no hackers in this one. So it's usually like the first one you get booted into, and then after that you're good. I don't know why that is. It's like automatically puts you into that lobby. It's just weird, man. It's just weird. Look, we got a guy 26 just downloaded the game, full lobby right away. What's this guy here? What's Dodgy here? Dodgy's got something wrong with his name, boys. Okay, he died. We're good. Okay, so we're gonna leave. Check. We have a team deathmatch. I think there might be a free-for-all available too. 3 potential games found, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. Can we get a domination too? 2 games available. Man, when's the last time you've played domination on MW2 and the lobby is full like this? It's full. A full lobby. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think you see it. You can play 3 different modes. We didn't even go down the whole entire list, but you can play domination, free-for-all, and TDM. MW2, there's one dude hacking the game, but for the rest of it, it's alive and well, baby. So speaking of glitched player numbers, Black Ops 1 is one of the worst ones when it comes to this. It either says 0 players online at the bottom left, or it says like 500,000. Now the map is still working, but I also think that that's glitched, and that might be from 2010 or 2011 because okay, there you go. So we got a glitch already. Okay, so TDM, probably the quickest we've gotten one so far. Oh man, what a great map. Connection interrupted. Don't do this to me. Now I should find another host, correct? No, it's just gonna end the game. Okay, well, the good news is, as you can see, there's plenty of people playing TDM. We got into the lobby right away. It's migrating hosts. That's a good sign. Now, what I'm really interested to see is there people playing free-for-all. Does not look good for the home team, boys. It does not look good for the home team. The problem is with Treyarch games back in the day, they just let these things just fall off, man. It's something about Infinity Ward servers versus Treyarch back in the day. BO2 is way worse when it comes to this kind of stuff over MW2 and MW3. But you'll see that soon enough. I guess we'll try domination instead of search, because I feel like a casual is gonna play domination more than search now that I think about it. Yeah, this is what I was afraid of with Black Ops 1. I think last year was the same thing. I think it was only the ability to play TDM, and we're connecting. Dude, Black Ops 1 servers are awful. Let's move along, guys. Playable, but very, very dead at the same time. Well, now it's time for a little Modern Warfare 3, and it looks like we have 457 people online. Very similar stats to Call of Duty 4. A little bit surprised by this. I'm surprised that there's only 500 people online on a Saturday, but it does look like these are actually the right numbers because it has TDM at 73, and nobody's in hardcore. Somebody's trying to get an infected game going, and people are in face-off. Let's try TDM. This should be just like MW2, 7 potential games found. I never have an issue with MW3. Some of you guys have tweeted me saying that you guys couldn't find a game. Make sure that you disable your DLC in this game. That's what I've noticed. It seems to be the problem. Okay, so we got people in here. I do want to quickly... Oh, come on, man. This is what I deal with when I do an every COD video, ladies and gentlemen. Every single time I do it, this is what I deal with. So we're in this TDM, good to go. I don't think that this game has the hacked stuff as much as MW2. Look at this, level 1, 5, 15. I mean, people are downloading old CODs and playing them again, I think more than ever, because they just don't like the way COD is going. And I can't blame them. Look at me moving, man. I do want to get a kill in this game. This whole team's a bunch of what are you doing? Get a job, man. We're camping like that and the game just started. Come on, man. I do want to see if I can get into a face-off 1v1, because if there's a TDM available and a 1v1 available, that's actually better than a lot of these other games. Okay, I'm assuming we would find somebody by now. It doesn't look like there's somebody in this. That's probably a fake number then. Maybe like MW2, there is people going back to this game and trying a little bit of a free-for-all action. I would suspect not. Look at the bottom. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare has arrived and is available now. Isn't that kind of crazy to think about when you think about Modern Warfare 3 and Advanced Warfare? They seem so far away, but it was actually only what? 3 years, 2011 and 2014. Let's try domination. I think this is going to be very similar to BO1. I would say this game's in better shape though than BO1, because BO1 just, that you can see it just lags like crazy. Yeah, there's going to be nobody domination either. Okay, so this is TDM. This is a TDM only game as well. I'm going to go dead, but it's playable again. Your only option's probably going to be TDM. Okay, guys. I'm starting to panic a little bit. I just booted on to Black Ops 2, and if you can see the bottom left of your screen, there's 112 people online. I immediately tweeted and put an Instagram story that this is going to be the game that we need to revive, because that's disgusting. So let's see what we got. We only have 26 people in TDM. That can't be right. Okay, so we're good. TDM was found right away, and we got Plaza. That's not bad. Okay, connection's been lost. Okay, but this lobby's gonna boot into another one. We're good. That's the good news. This looks good. Everybody seems fine here. Anybody got a weird calling card? No, I think we're good. Nobody's in party games? Oh, come on. Wait, is there actually a hardcore game going on right now? I don't think I ever played hardcore on this game at all. Wow, deadliest weapons, Scar, AN94, and PDW. Okay, so somebody obviously did something to my account because I was not a prestige master at all. Okay, so nobody's playing hardcore. Is anybody playing like a free-for-all? This is actually scary that Black Ops 2 might be the deadest of all of these so far. Usually it's like in the golden age, it's like World at War, I would say, is the one that is usually the most. Yeah, ain't nobody in there either. And let me just say, we're almost at lunchtime here where I'm recording this, so it's not like I'm doing something like I'm doing this at 6 a.m. on a Saturday. It's like, no. This is pretty prime time where you wake up and play Call of Duty. There's nobody playing domination here. Can we get into, let me see if I can get to another TDM. It says there's at least 5 good TDM matches, that's a good sign. And that guy's blue. So we don't know what that's gonna entail. That's gonna be blurred out on your screen. But let's just say my classes don't say something very nice. Now, I don't think that this game is hacked. My classes are hacked, that's for sure. But this game looks good. Sit down. Well, it's playable, but it's pretty close to dead. And that is really, really sad, man. This is why I'm insulted that BO2 had such a low player base. Call of Duty Ghosts almost has the same amount of players as Black Ops 2. In fact, it has more people. More people decided to play Call of Duty Ghosts on a Saturday than Black Ops 2. What has happened to the Call of Duty community, guys? What is going on? We need to fix this. 119 people online. Most likely, it's just gonna be TDM. There's one guy trying to get an infected lobby going. You gotta respect that, man. Okay, so we booted right into a lobby. Easily gonna be able to get into this. This is fine. Nothing's gonna be hacked here. We got a full lobby. Sit down. Phew, this game, I don't have a lot of nice things to say about this game. Okay, I guess a free-for-all. This is gonna be the same case as the other ones. No games found. No games found. Strike zone 24/7 if you want to get brain rot right away. No games found. Well, guys, I think this one's pretty dead too. 0 people, and I think that the player count is exactly what it says it is. So Call of Duty Ghost, again, same kind of ranking, playable, but pretty dead at the same time. This is where things get interesting. We are entering into the jetpack era. And when I have tried to play this game in the past, there has been nobody playing it, not even a TDM. Now, we are Saturday, but again, here you go. They got rid of the player count, so we have no idea what is going on, pretty much. So will we find a TDM? Right away, you can see this. No games found right away. Now, I will say, if you sit a little bit, sometimes you can find a game like we just did. Now, that wasn't a very long time sitting. 4v4? I actually am kind of impressed because oh, man. Sometimes I miss jetpacks, dude. Because you know what? I'll say it till I'm blue in the face. Somehow this game feels less cracked out than Black Ops 7. And I have a jetpack on. Oh, dude, I am moving and groove. Dude, these guys got on the wrong game by accident. Oh, come on. Okay, I think that's going to be the only available game in this, because if we're barely getting a 4v4 TDM, that means that people are probably not playing Advanced Warfare. We'll give this a couple seconds, just like we did the TDM. But again, this is the era of jetpacks. People either hate Advanced Warfare or they love it. There is nobody in between. I would almost lean towards this game being dead. I mean, obviously, yeah, we're not going to find this. There's going to be nobody playing TDM or domination. I mean, technically it is playable, but I almost want to say that this is more dead than the other ones we've talked about. It is hard to find a TDM. It's hard to find a full lobby. And sometimes I have gotten on this game and been unable to find a game. So I almost classify this game as dead. And I'm gonna hold strong to that. I'm gonna hold strong to it. Well, Black Ops 3 is a Call of Duty that I think a lot of people still play, but I think it's for the fact that the zombies community is so big on this game. For regular people, multiplayer, I don't know how this is going to go actually. Now, 90% of this playlist, or 90% of people are on this category. There is no players in this game. It looks to me like everybody's in TDM by this case. Now, we should be able to find a TDM pretty easily. Now, there is some sort of glitch, I want to say, on Xbox, and I don't know if it's on PlayStation as well. It like acts like there's no matches, as you can see at the bottom left. And then after a couple seconds, if you sit here, you'll get put into a lobby. So a lot of people always tell me like, hey, I sit there for a little bit and I can't find a match. You just got to sit here a little bit longer. Okay, so this is a fresh, brand new game of BO1, and we got a level 1, a 5, a 1, and 1. I'm telling you guys, people are downloading old CODs and playing them more often than not because they're just better. Bada bing, bada boom. Wall run. Go across here. Look to your left. Bada bing, bada boom. Best game of all time. I can't. I will play that entire game if I stay there. Now, I'm not even going to waste our time booting into these other ones because it says 0%, and I believe it's accurate for Black Ops 3. Now, it does say that we have potential to find a TDM hardcore, but 3%, I don't know what 3% is. That could be literally one player. Whoa. There are people playing hardcore in 2025. I guarantee you it's for the camos. Okay, and then we have the feature playlist. Now, this is Fractured, which is the game where I believe people you would shoot them and then they would drop these little like diamond things and you'd have to take them back to your base. Look at this, man. We got a 3v3 in Fractured. Holy sweat. Dude, this game feels just so freaking good. Guys, you can play 3 different modes in Black Ops 3. I think we gotta say it's alive, plus zombies. I like it. Infinite Warfare. And I think this one might be our first shocker because there are some people that love some Infinite Warfare. Now, do I think we'll be able to find a mode for everything? No. But are we gonna find a TDM very, very quickly? Yes. This game has a core community that loves to play it still. And I will just say this, these guys are probably incredibly sweaty. Like this guy, 2,000 wins. I mean, he's just grinding. Okay, there should be enough people to find a TDM. Actually, you know what? Let me try to find a free-for-all first because there is usually multiple lobbies going for IWTDM. I just didn't know if there was going to be other modes. Now, for Infinity War type matchmaking, these usually find them pretty quick. So if we're not getting them off the rip, I don't think there's actually somebody in there. It's not like Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 2 where it's just weird, and BO3 where you got to wait forever. Infinity War games, like we saw with Ghosts and MW3 and MW2, like it's something about it just goes right away. Okay, so nothing is probably going to be available except for TDM in this game. That's kind of the way it's looking here. Yeah, okay. So you can see it's the same story with Infinite Warfare. Playable, but it's only going to be TDM, so playable but semi-dead, and with good reason. Okay, so I think this one's very important to cover because this is the game that came alongside Infinite Warfare, the game that I said I played the entire year. Can we find something more than TDM? Now, I think TDM is very popular in this game still. I think a lot of people go back to this game because it is COD 4. It's just updated. You know, you kind of wonder, like, why would you go back to COD 4 if you had a COD 4 remastered? Kind of the case with this game, I would say. Now, usually when I play this game, I have no trouble finding a TDM, but I don't, very rarely do I look for any other game mode when I play it. Right away, TDM, I am not playing that shipment. No, thank you. It says there are 11% in hardcore, 5% in prop hunt. I actually think that there might be a prop hunt lobby. I think prop hunt in COD 4 is actually very popular, but okay, so there's probably not a prop hunt. Let me see if I can find. This game to me is probably a TDM only, unfortunately. Yeah, no games found. It's got that percentage, and you know, it looks like there's a lot less than 5%. There literally could be 2 people in these lobbies. But hey, at least you can, oh, hold on. Domination, we got a match. I would still probably already spoil this one and probably put it in the category of playable but semi-dead, because you're probably only gonna find a TDM always on COD 4 Remastered. There's gonna be times where maybe you can get a domination, maybe you get a free-for-all, maybe you can get a prop pump, but it's gonna be like very random. And again, filming this on a Saturday would be your random day that you could find these. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just say COD 4 Remastered is definitely playable. I would love to see this get put on Game Pass. I really would. Maybe one day. Maybe that's the Xbox announcement coming up here. Probably not though. This game did not get enough love, ladies and gentlemen. In the era of Fortnite, World War II released, it had a terrible launch and people just moved on, but the end product was actually very, very good. And so recently this game got added to Game Pass, I want to say 6 months ago, I think. And so we should be able to say this thing's alive and well. I'm predicting that this should be finding games almost instantaneously. TD, I'm not even going to boot into this game. This is able to find games if you go back and play World War II. It is one of the quickest matchmaking right now for these older CODs that I think you'll find. I'm just going to go through a bunch of these. TDM, check. 5 potential shipment 1944 matches, check. Can we do anything? Let's go public match and let's try a domination. Let's see if we can get a domination too. 2 potential games. I really think that this is the game that people have gone back to that really don't like the modern era of Call of Duty. I think this is the last one that they felt like at least semi OG Call of Duty, especially now with it being on Game Pass and being easier to access. I don't know what's going on now. I think we're stuck on the main menu here, but it seems to me when people comment in at least in my chat, they always go, yeah, I went back to World War II. I went back to, you know, that game to play TDM and prop hunting or COD 4 Remastered. It's not MW19, it's not Cold War, it's always World War II. And I think it's just because the movement's kind of old style COD, the progression system's really good. Can we get a free-for-all too? Just cause, please give me a free-for-all. I'm gonna shoot one person in this one. It feels like it has everything that you would want in a Call of Duty package. And so people just go, hey, I'm gonna. It also has flame shotguns. I did forget about that. But World War II is completely active. Probably the most active old Call of Duty, definitely so far, maybe even in the future as well. This might be more active than Black Ops 7. Well, Black Ops 4. This one will be a little bit interesting. I'm not gonna lie to you because I don't know how many people are playing this game still. To just be straight up honest with you, I feel like there could have this core community playing it, because there are lots of people that did like Black Ops 4. I am not one of them. I played Blackout this year. The multiplayer was just not my thing. The extra health, the stim pack. I'm a level 20. I think I played this game on PS4, now that I think about it, because PS4 was getting the exclusives, because 25 would be kind of sad, because I think all your progress carried over. It looks like we're in TDM. Full lobby. Okay. Yeah, I just think that this game, I think it just missed the mark. I'm not gonna lie to you. Some of you out there probably love this game. Not me. Let's see if we can find a nuke town. Okay, so there's a nuke town available as well. Now we're starting to get into the era where this game it's kind of old, but it's not insanely old. This is a full lobby too. Are people still grinding Black Ops 4? This kind of got me confused. Look at the health, man. Look at the health. Get me the heck out of there. Ugh. I feel like it's semi-alive. So I think what's another test that we could do? Can we get into a Blackout match? That's kind of this game's thing. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. There are also still Blackout games available. Multiplayer, check. I just want to see how many people are in. This will eventually have 100 people because there's still people that stream Blackout to this day. 19 people. Not very good, but we do have a full team, and this will fill because I think there's like 2 Blackout lobbies going at all times. But if you want to play Blackout, want to play Black Ops 4 multiplayer, I mean, this thing's alive and well. All right, so now we're on Modern Warfare 19, and we've kind of gotten into the modern era of Call of Duty. I think all of these are going to be active. Spoiler alert. I guess want to see what we actually can get. I'm going to just boot into a TDM first. From what I know with MW19, there's still a lot of people playing it. It kind of reminds me of World War II, like I said. TDM lobbies are available. I played some free-for-alls, but we'll see kind of how quickly it finds these matches. Now, we both know, or all of us know here, MW19 introduced a strict skill-based matchmaking. So it might take a little bit to find these matches, but I mean, TDM wasn't that bad because we don't have enough people probably to sync up with, you know, compared to 2019. So the matchmaking is probably not as strict, but I want to see if we can kind of get the 3 core here, you know, free-for-all, TDM, search, and maybe domination. We can test those 4 out and see if they get them. Okay, free-for-all, check, and hard hat. Oh, what a map. Ping's going up a little bit. Maybe there's not a domination out there. I'm assuming that search and destroy will be able to be found very easy. This was a game that was very, very well liked in the search and destroy realm. I mean, I think I probably played search and destroy more than I played anything in this game. Okay, so maybe there's not a domination. I feel like they would eventually find one. I feel like we're gonna find a search and destroy very, very quick. And I've actually done it for a video in the recent past, 1v1ing in every Call of Duty, and the 1v1 mode was active in this too. So we won't go to that in this video, but that's another mode if you want to 1v1 somebody. You can do it in MW19. Now it's more than likely going to be some sweaty sniper or MP5 guy, so good luck, but there's got to be a search, right? TDM, free-for-all, give me a... Okay, yeah, I have to boot into this. It's starting in 6 seconds. Search and destroy on Rust? I didn't even know that this was an option. Oh my goodness. This FOV looks short, or very, very tight, but I'm telling you, I like the FOV like this. Watch what I do here, fellas. They ain't watching this. He's coming back. They always come back. Those types of people always come back. Okay, we're gonna get destroyed. There's people spinning around like crazy. This looks like a clan. We're out of here. But MW19, it's very active. Now, I feel like with these newer Call of Duties, as we get closer and closer to the, you know, the most recent release, it's more about speed of like how fast can we find a match. I mean, Cold War, I would say, is the last one that people kind of go back to when they're playing old school Call of Duties in the newer realm. It's like MW19 and Cold War, people were kind of satisfied with. Okay, so we're not going to boot into this. Obviously, TDM. It's not very difficult to find out. We'll do a weird one here. So there's gonna be a Nuketown playlist. Well, I guess we can boot into it real quick. I bet you this will find Nuketown quicker than any of them. That's just Nuketown 24/7 just seems to be a playlist that I am so out of touch with because I can't stand this playlist. I just think it is so brain rot, but so many people do it. I don't know if it's the camo grind or whatever it is. Okay, joining a lobby. This will eventually bring people in that are playing Nuketown 24/7. I feel like putting my mic in and going get a job, and I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. I would never do that. So Nuketown's available. Why don't we do something random? Why don't we try, is there a gunfight blueprint available? So this was like 2v2 gunfight like MW19, but they were blueprints, probably to get you to try to buy the blueprints. It's kind of insane. I mean, I think gunfight was one of the better things that MW19 brought in, and they just don't even support it anymore like that. It's so sad. Like the tournaments, the fact that they have tournaments in this and then don't have it. Can you play a tournament right now? Can I register into this tournament? Matchmaking begins in a minute. I'm good. I don't feel like waiting for that, to be honest. Okay, let's just try to see if there's like a search and destroy available. Okay, will we find a search and destroy, ladies and gentlemen? Absolutely, we will. Well, guys, I mean, Cold War, I didn't really wait very long for any of those. Cold War is definitely alive and well. Okay, so this one will be a little bit more interesting. This is Call of Duty Vanguard, and before you guys absolutely throw tomatoes at me, I actually didn't like, I didn't mind this multiplayer. I think TDM is going to be easy to find, but I'm a little bit nervous on all the other modes. I'm not going to lie to you because I feel like there's just a lot of people that did not like this game. And listen, I'm not saying that you guys are wrong because there are some things that are just absolutely insane. Like the fact that we're playing a World War II shooter and I see Terminator in front of me, that's just not good. But I did like the actual gameplay and the guns in this game. And it's nice to go back to it every once in a while. And I also like the pacing thing that they introduced here with different speeds. And here we go, 6v6. We got a full lobby. Yeah, we do. So I believe no limit shipment is literally you just play shipment. There is no cap to the score. It just goes off of time. I think it's like 10 or 15 minutes, and then you just kind of play shipment until that's over. That's the definition of brain rot, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I'm going to say about that. Now, are people still doing it in 2026? That's another question we got to ask ourselves. I feel like this is going to be mainly dead besides TDM, in my opinion. Like usually we would find a game by now with shipment. I'm gonna back out. 1v1 you can usually find one because they only got to find one other player, if you know what I mean. So let's try a domination. Yeah, see, I don't think it's gonna be able to find anything. This is kind of crazy. Okay, let's see if we can find a free-for-all. If not, we might have to put the vanguard. We might have to put the vanguard in dead. I know the other categories are like playable but dead. But if you have a game that was made 5 years ago and you can only find a TDM, in my rules and regulations for this video, I almost consider this game dead. Modern Warfare 2, the new one. Not the old one. Introducing us to the worst main menu in possibly gaming history. I think we're gonna be fine. I think this is gonna be alive and well for sure. I still think that there's people that come back and play this game. Why the heck am I a rat in this game? I think that that's from the video where I purchased the weirdest thing in every Call of Duty. I'm gonna hope. I'm pretty sure it is. Guys, remind me if I think I nailed it there. Why are we struggling to find a team that, you know what? I absolutely hate this game. Maybe this game is actually dead. And I would be the first one standing up and clapping. And we get a lobby as soon as I say that. And it's one of the absolute worst maps of all time. Lighthouse. I'm good. We'll just try to find 3 modes real quick. I'm assuming we're gonna be completely fine. I'll do free for all and then I'll probably do search and destroy for this one. Free for all lobby. Good to go. If we find a search and destroy quickly too, this might be more active than, well, it's definitely more active than Vanguard. I might even say it might be more active than Cold War, which is weird because like I think people like Cold War more than MW2, but maybe just because MW2 is on Game Pass, you know, it's kind of like the World War II thing. It's an easier to access game, so people are just going to download it because they thought it was okay. So we got a full lobby of search and destroy to Crown Raceway, which I didn't mind as a map. So everything's good here, guys. It's on Game Pass, MW2. It's completely active, completely playable. Well, it's Modern Warfare 3 time, guys. And I keep saying this every time I start these videos, but I do feel like this was a COD that a lot of people like to go back to as well. It feels like it was the last Call of Duty after, you know, Black Ops 6 and Black Ops 7. Even with MW2, it feels like MW3 was the one that they really got right in terms of multiplayer. They kind of corrected MW2's mistakes, and then once BO6 came out, the movement became such a priority, and people were like, I don't want to play this game. By the way, Incline looks just like the BO7 map, which I forget what it's called now, but okay, TDM right away. These newer CODs, I mean, this is on Game Pass as well, so I'm not expecting much resistance in finding lobbies here. That TDM was even quicker than MW2, which makes sense, obviously, because this is a newer COD and people liked it way more. There's not really a point to do this, but I just kind of want to see how quickly, like I said earlier, how quickly can we get into these matches versus, you know, we know they're going to be active, but can you zoom in and out of these main menus? Like, man, I wish that their matchmaking was like these old Call of Duties. Like, we would already be in a free-for-all, probably already booted into a game by now if we were playing OG MW2 or MW3. But it's got to find the right people. It's got to link up with the right people. There you go. There we go. Let's get all the same people in the right lobby. Bada bing, bada boom. That's good. And let's do domination instead of search and destroy this time around. Okay, domination right away. Everything's good. MW3, Game Pass, easily playable. Take your pick. I'm sure there's even get higher games out there as well that you could probably find. So MW3, probably a good one to go back to. Very playable. Is anybody playing Black Ops 6? That's a great question. And we're going to find out right now, because I, for one, absolutely hated this game. I quit this game like 2 months in. I do think with people having the ability to have Game Pass that they'll have these games downloaded and boot them in every once in a while. I bet you there's actually people that like Black Ops 6 better than Black Ops 7. Just because of the extra added movement in BO7. But we'll see. I'm actually surprised how long it's taken to find a TDM. Okay, TDM is good. Check. Dude, everybody's probably just in the small mosh pit. That's the crazy thing. Now, I found the TDM relatively quickly, and I'm assuming we're going to be able to find a domination map. I hope. Let's wait around here for a couple seconds. Do we have a domination? We do. Okay. Let's do something totally different here. Let's try a gun game, because that would really make the game alive and active if you can play a couple hardcore modes and then you can chill with a party mode as well. I think that is a good case of like if this game's alive. Okay, so there might not be anybody playing party modes. I think it would have probably found a lobby by now. So we're on 90 milliseconds or whatever that's called, a ping, and here we go. So it had to widen the range a little bit here to get us a match, but we are in a match and I am backing out. So Black Ops 6, it's alive as expected, and you can even play a party mode. Well, despite the player base being at an all-time low for Call of Duty, I do think that we're gonna be able to find games right away. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay, so this is Black Ops 7. I really don't even feel like wasting my time doing this because it's a brand new Call of Duty. Okay, it's despite the word out there that this game is completely dead and dying, which it kind of is, we're gonna be able to find lobbies instantaneously, I think. Yeah, I mean, TDM, bada bing, bada boom. I don't really think we need to go through and do this. We'll do a free-for-all and a TDM. Just that was pretty quick. It did kind of feel like that old matchmaking. Look, I mean, maybe they are telling the truth with the matchmaking thing, guys. I always say it. I mean, what's the point, you know? And we'll do a domination. Why not? We're only a minute into recording this video, and we've already went into a TDM and a free-for-all, got a lobby, and backed out of it. I will say I'm kind of impressed. It does feel like a little bit of that old style matchmaking. And there you go. I mean, a minute 15 recording and we boot into 3 different modes. It is the current Call of Duty and it is on Game Pass, but either way, matchmaking feels a lot different than even MW3. Black Ops 7's alive. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is every Call of Duty that's alive and every Call of Duty that is dead in 2026. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful for those that maybe want to go and buy an older Call of Duty. And listen, we got to start reviving these older CODs. So reminder, follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and we'll get some community days going very, very soon. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.